Hey, it's your boy Picante Nino coming at you with another fun video today. Today we're going to go over what does your class say about you. Keep in mind this video is for fun. I am going to be having fun with this. This is going to be all unscripted. So yeah, let's just jump into it. Let's get with it. Okay, starting out, let's go with DK. DK is the type of guy that always complains that they need buffs. And whenever they do get buffs, they're the most broken class in the game, and yet they don't say they're the most broken class in the game. They love to stay in iframe, and they always complain that they don't have a grab. I give DK the rating of emo girl from South Park out of 10. Now let's move on to the next one. Oh lord, I can't even make this fit. Now, Guardian. Guardian is either you want to be the Dami Mommy, or you want a Dami Mommy. Or you just have 2 brain cells and 2 fingers and boom, you're already playing a class at a professional level. I give I give Guardian Marissa out of Marissa from Street Fighter. I get those vibes from Guardian. But yeah, if you have 2 fingers and 2 brain cells, you could most likely play Guardian at a professional level. It is a #1 facts. Fact check me, but I'm pretty sure y'all could agree. Now on to Shai. Shais are like the stoner of the group. They're over there in the background. They're doing completely the opposite of what the game wants them to do. And yeah, that's exactly what stoners do. Either Shais are very aggressive, angry all the time, ankle biters, or they're the most chillest people in the whole world. I give Shai Angry Chihuahua biting a dog toy out of Angry Chihuahua. On to Warrior. Warrior's the kind of guy who minds their own business, plays very fair, and then just gets nerfed out of nowhere. And also, they do have a big obsession over guts, because they like big swords, and Warrior also has big swords. But you know what else Warrior also likes? Unannounced nerfs. I'm gonna give this sad guts out of sad guts because nerfs just keep on coming to this class for no reason. Sad times, man. Rest in peace, the slows that they had. Oh lord. Oh, Ranger. Ranger is that type of class that is OP at launch, got exploited a lot at launch, and just got nerfed to the ground, and got nerfed to the ground, and got nerfed to the ground, and then Awakening came out, and they became a Musa / Meiwa. Those were the days. Now, they're back to normal, but they don't know whether to play like a ranger or an assassin. So you're just confused all the time. So you just run the 0 attack speed, 0 movement speed build, and then you just exploit iframes. That's all you do. So I give this class 1 Weenie Hut Jr. out of Weenie Hut Jr. Because weenies. Next is Sork. Sorks are the tryhards out of every video game. They will try to win every single fight regardless of what the stakes are. It could be over a piece of paper that has nothing on it and they will still pop all of the elixirs just to win for no reason. And they also complain that they are better than you and that their class sucks and that they need buffs and they need more iframes and more protection. I give Sork a emo brother meme out of emo brother meme. Now let's go to my favorite, Berserker. Berserker, you're probably the kid that sat in the back of the classroom that just ate a bunch of glue sticks and everyone didn't think too much about you because they thought you were just on some other type of Zaza, you know? But then the teacher ends up calling on you and you end up schooling the teacher instead of the teacher schooling you. And you also like to get randomly nerfed, which ends up turning into a buff that ends up turning into one of the strongest things you could possibly do with Berserker. You know, the grab, ghost cancel, we could talk about that, but we're just gonna save that for another time. We're gonna give Berserker Nerd Neck out of Nerd Neck. I feel like this picture really represents us well because this is the main reason why no one plays this class, because everyone doesn't like the Nerd Neck, and you're also 100% male because I haven't met a single girl who plays Berserker. And if you are, please comment down below because I don't think anyone that is a female plays Berserker. On to Woosa. Woosa, you're the kind of guy who likes to play the new stuff that's really OP, but you end up picking wrong because you didn't really read what the class did. So instead of picking Megu, you ended up picking the weaker version, which is Musa, which we all thank you for. Thank you for picking the weaker version of the class. But yeah, I give Woosa a Toho Reimu because that is what exactly they copied it out of. And if they didn't, I'll be surprised. Now running into Hashashin. Whenever Hashashin got announced, I was very confused that that's the way how you actually say the name. So I actually started memeing and calling it Hachacha. So those of you who play Hachacha, you guys are like the guys who want to play ninja, but don't want to play ninja, but yet still have the stigma of playing a ninja. And also you guys like this, weird thing about sand. So I'm also going to give you guys a Patrick Licking Sand out of Patrick Licking Sand. Okay, Nova. Nova is the Red Bull gamers. They're on Adderall, they're zooming, they go in places, they have desync, they're going into the future. You don't know where they're at, but they're behind you, or they're in front of you, or they're both behind you in front of you. You don't know, that's how fast they're moving. Or they could be a rock. They could just be a literal rock. So they have the choice to becoming, a time traveler with the desync, or they could just become a rock and just hit you with the homies. I feel like they're the kind of guy that likes to play slow and play fast and then just doesn't know which one to play, so they're just always in limbo. And that is Nova, man. I'm going to give Nova Queen's Gambit out of Queen's Gambit because I feel like that's what Nova looks like. Okay, Sage. Sage is like a wizard, and you couldn't make your mind up between a wizard, or you just don't like old people. You probably pick Sage. If you have a phobia of old people and water stuff, you probably just pick Sage. And also, you probably like Robert Downey Jr. for playing, the guy from, that one movie, that one thing, Mega Man. So yeah, I give Sage one hipster guy out of one hipster guy. Put them over there. Yes, here we go. This is what I imagine all Sage players look like. In a plaid shirt, sunglasses, and a long beard. This is exactly what a Sage should look like IRL. We're moving on to Corsair. Corsairs are the type of people that like to mention that they like sailing. And that they like the ocean. And that they like sailing. And they always like the ocean. And they like to tell you how many Hekarus they kill all day. And they like to tell you the otters look cute in the game and that they shouldn't make Corsair into an otter. And then they always complain about getting grabbed in their iframes. But no one actually PvPs with a Corsair enough because they're all out in the ocean. I give Corsair a flounder from Little Mermaid. Okay, Drak. Drak, I forgot that this class existed. I feel like people roll to this class because they don't know what class to roll. And they're kind of interested in Sephiroth or the dragon from, what is that movie called? Shrek? Yeah, the dragon from Shrek. Or probably Garmoth. I don't know, man. People who usually roll Drak are the people who are just really confused about the game. They probably re-rolled many different characters. And they're just like, yeah, why are we just gonna try this Dragusi out, dog? So yeah, I give Drak Shrek Dragon out of 10. Now for Megu. Megu is the kind of class that just ruined the BDO. So you're the type of player that likes to only roll meta and roll meta while it's good. And while you roll Megu, you are terrorizing any type of PvP in the game. Everything. So you know what everyone else did? They rolled Megu. And you know what everyone played? Megu. And you know what everyone doesn't play after they nerfed it? Megu. So you're the kind of guy that just comes and goes with the flow. You have no loyalty. You're just a guy who's just rolling with it. And if you somehow just manage to stick to Megu, you probably roll back to Woosa because it grinds better. So I give Megu Kermit riding a fan out of Shrek. Okay, now let's move on to Witch and Wizard. Witch and Wizard, I'm just going to clump them together because there isn't really much to say about these guys. It's either A, you really like old people, or B, you kind of like magic and Lord of the Rings and stuff and just keeping it classic to the classic D&D vibe. But also you like to complain about how you do not win 1v1s, but yet your class is like the best PvP class in the game. We would not be able to push into the ball without your PA or your speed spell or your area protection and blah 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 and your lightning and your slows and your damage and you do everything in PvP except for 1v1s, and yet people still manage to not complain because these guys don't complain at all. I never heard of a Witch or Wizard complain. So I'm gonna give Witch and Wizard Girl Gandalf out of Girl Gandalf. Because who plays a boy wizard? Everyone just rolls the waifu. Huh? But yeah, roll Gandalf. And if the few players that do play wizard, you should probably roll to witch, man. Because you know what? Like, why you have something good to look at, man. Okay, moving on to ninjas. Ninjas, you guys are probably the most competitive people, but yet you guys know your stuff. You guys read up on your class. You guys have like the most complicated cancels ever and the most highest APM, so you guys deserve the respect, and you guys do command it. You guys command respect so much that everyone just knows they're gonna lose the 1v1 against you. We all know we're gonna lose the 1v1 against you, but yet you still try hard. The class is meant to win 1v1s, and you know what you guys do? You win the 1v1 and then you also 1v guild. And then you know what you say? After that, you say GG easy, and then you just iframe out of there, and you swap server. That's exactly what Ninja does. They just want to flex on you. They just want to go Naruto mode, you know, block jump, you know, tickle your butt a little bit, and then they just dip after you're dead on the floor. So they're the type of guys that know their stuff, they read up a lot, and they just like to flex on you just because they know they're good. Even though they're kind of class carried, but they're kind of not. I give Ninja guy reading a big book out of guy reading a little book. Next is Kuno. You couldn't force yourself to roll a male character because you always play the waifu class, but you still want to be the most OP 1v1 class in the game, but you just can't stand your character being a guy. So you just went Kuno. And also, like, you kind of enjoy the fact of, you know, having a hula hoop, but that was only after the fact you ended up playing the waifu version of Ninja. And you also complain a lot because you lose a lot more than Ninja. So you're just like a lesser version of Ninja, and they just have a hard time like accepting that you're never gonna be as good as Ninja. So you know what they do? They just pop BSR and you die. And they spin around in a circle enough to get dizzy so they can warp reality into thinking that they are the best class. I give Kuno Otter Hula Hoop out of Otter Hula Hoop meme. Okay, now let's go with Valk. Either you're an old school player and you've been playing BDO for the longest time and you love playing the game and you're super excited to play the game like a good little boy, but we all know the truth. You probably just made a Valk just so you could grind centaurs. I've never seen a Valk in open world unless they're at centaurs. So I'm gonna give Valk a weird centaur out of weird centaur. I'm gonna give it 2 weird centaurs out of weird centaurs. And for that, you guys, like, let's just all admit it. If you make a Valk, you're obviously grinding centaurs. So, yeah. Okay, we're just gonna jump straight into Megu and Musa since they're kind of similar. But everyone loves fighting these classes. You're the type of kid that everyone likes to be around because it's so interesting being around you. I'm saying this as a joke. No one likes to be around a Megu or a Musa because the Megu or a Musa never is around you. And whenever you're trying to fight a Megu or a Musa, they just run away. So no one even likes fighting you in the first place. They just want to be left alone. They don't want you there. They see you as a mosquito. And it's just very annoying. You're the type of guy who seeks enjoyment out of pissing people off and then running away. Less than Megu. Megu likes to actually go in there and get behind you. Musa just likes to go in there, throw a stub arrow, and just run away. And they seek enjoyment in that. They know how much it pisses you off and they love it. They love to piss you off. The little microaggressions that they do, with their little dashes and their little bow hits, they love it, dude. They love it. They love making the player base mad, and they don't even like to fight. They just want to get on your nerves. They like to flag up and stay flagged up and then run to the next zip code whenever they get near you because they know it gets underneath your skin. These guys know how to make you mad. And that's why you play the class, because they are experts at making people mad. I give Megu and Musa F1 car. It was a pretty big F1 car every time, you know. And a mosquito, because no one likes mosquitoes, you know? No one likes the mosquitoes. There we go, there. Oh, that's a pretty big picture, man. Yes. I don't know if you guys have that one friend that plays Musa and they want to learn how to play PvP. It's not fun. It's not fun. Just tell them to hold down right click and go to the next zip code and they win the next fight. Okay, moving on to Tamer. There's not much to say about Tamer other than if you're playing Tamer, you are pretty sussy and you're not like regular sussy, you're kind of like Red Among Us sussy, and that's where I'm just going to leave it at, man. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but yeah. I give Tamer Red Among Us out of sus. On to Mystic. Mystic, you like things moving in slow motion. I feel like the more slower things are, the more comfortable you are, because literally every single attack you do slows you by 30%, and you can keep that up forever. Also, you have an obsession with Chun-Li kicks, and just kicking in general, along with a side of pool noodles and being surrounded by a bunch of water. I give Mystic dog riding with a bunch of pool noodles out of Among Us. Okay, on to Striker. Striker, you know, man. You know who you are. You're that one big buff dude who walks into there and just commands respect without even showing any type of anything to anyone. You just expect things to get done and it gets done because you know why? You are the alpha. This is the Andrew Tate class. This is the class that demands respect without you showing any substance because you know why? The class just hurts. The class just does damage and then it just nukes you out of the face of the earth. It's great. You're the type of guy who just wants to look at someone and just delete them from the video game. I give Striker Chad meme out of Chad because this class deserves it, and anyone who has played Berserker before, I'll reroll to Striker. And it makes me mauled a little bit because I lose people to like teach how to play Berserker because they're all rolling Striker and it gets me sad. But yeah, Striker, 100% Chad. Okay, moving on to Lahn. Lahn, you're the type of person to run off a cliff and still be like, yeah, I'm good, because you're just going to fly down there and not get hurt. Meanwhile, you're just laughing at everyone that they have to play the game normally, and that you don't have to get a Pegasus, and that you have a range grab, and that your hitboxes are very, very ambiguous, so that means you get behind frontal blocks, and that your PvE is really good, and that no one really much plays the class because there's thicker classes like DK, but yet you seek enjoyment out of running off of cliffs, and with that, we respect it. We respect it a lot because no one has the balls to jump off a cliff whenever you're trying to go to Garmoth. Lahn is the only class that does. I give Lahn a PS2 Kratos out of a PS5 Kratos. Okay, moving on to Archer. Archer, you're the type of class that just likes the game. You don't really much care if your class is good. You like to just get shitted on in PvP any moment. You like to give up spots whenever someone says DFS. You like to just grind easy places. You like to just keep to yourself. You don't mind playing the game. You're the nice guy. You're the guy who always gets kicked and you always smile while you get kicked and ask for more. People who play Archer are a different kind of breed. And with that, I give Archer a blue bottle. Because people who play Archer, I feel like they need to get more buffs. Even after their buffs, they're still pretty bad. So people who play Archer, your soul is very strong and I respect it. Because you guys deserve more respect, but the game isn't giving it to you. And you know what? You guys are okay with it. And with that, you guys, thank you guys for listening to the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you want more content like this. And yeah, I'm going to sign off. Make sure to catch me on Fridays whenever I stream. And yeah, have a good rest of the day.